Kirk's recent health scare has shocked many, but it's not just his physical condition that's grabbing attention. After suffering from intense pain due to kidney stones, Kirk reached out to his estranged wife, Rasheeda, asking for forgiveness and support. This sudden plea for reconciliation has set off a chain reaction, angering his current partner, Jasmine. As the drama unfolds, questions arise about loyalty, betrayal, and whether true forgiveness is possible after years of hurt. What's really happening behind the scenes? Stay tuned to find out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates on this ongoing saga. Kirk's Instagram video, where he explained the pain from the kidney stones, was raw. He described feeling like he was at the edge, unsure if he would make it through. At 3:45 a.m., Kirk shared his health woes with his followers, revealing that he had been battling excruciating pain for several days. The kidney stone was large, and the doctors feared he might require surgery. He even posted a follow-up video detailing how he managed to pass the stone on his own, much to his relief. He admitted that the pain was unlike anything he had ever experienced before, and that he was facing the possibility of surgery if the stone didn't pass. It was a moment of vulnerability that resonated with his audience, and many expressed relief when they saw him improving. However, the situation wasn't as simple as it seemed. Rumors began circulating that Kirk's condition had worsened. Witnesses close to him claimed that the doctors were increasingly concerned, and there was a real fear that he might not survive. At this point, Kirk made a startling request. He reached out to Rasheeda, asking her to be by his side in the hospital. This wasn't just a plea for medical support, it was a desperate attempt to reconcile with the woman he had wronged so many times over the years. Those close to the situation claimed that Kirk saw this as his last chance to mend his broken relationship with Rasheeda, to atone for all the pain he had caused her during their decades-long marriage. But his decision to involve Rasheeda in his time of crisis did not sit well with Jasmine. Jasmine, who had been emotionally invested in Kirk and his life, was furious. She had stood by him through thick and thin, supporting him when he needed someone the most. But now, as he was faced with a life or death situation, he was turning to Rasheeda. She felt betrayed, hurt, and even humiliated. Jasmine had been Kirk's partner for a while, and they had built a life together. To her, it seemed as if all that was worth nothing in the face of Kirk's old feelings for Rasheeda. Jasmine made her feelings clear, expressing her anger not just at the fact that Kirk had asked for Rasheeda's presence, but also at the seeming lack of gratitude on his part for her unwavering support. Her fury was compounded by the fact that Kirk had shown little acknowledgement of all she had done for him, especially when he was most vulnerable. The situation became more complicated as emotions ran high between all parties involved. Kirk and Rasheeda's marriage had been filled with ups and downs, but despite the infidelities, they had remained together for over 2 decades. Their bond was rooted in a shared history that couldn't be easily severed, no matter how painful the past had been. Rasheeda, while hurt and betrayed many times by Kirk's actions, had always held a place in her heart for him. Despite all the cheating and embarrassment, she had never fully given up on him. This is perhaps why, even in the midst of all his wrongdoings, Kirk believed that Rasheeda could be the one to help him heal. His message was clear. He needed her by his side, not just for his health, but to restore some semblance of order to a life he had shattered. But Jasmine was not ready to let go of Kirk so easily. To her, Kirk's actions were nothing short of a betrayal. How could he, after everything that had happened between them, turn to Rasheeda now? Jasmine felt that Kirk's request was just another manipulation tactic, a way to maintain control over both women at the same time. The tension between the two women had been building for some time, and this latest incident pushed them to the brink. Jasmine had no intention of being sidelined, and the anger she felt was palpable. She made it known that she wasn't going to let Kirk off the hook that easily, especially when he was the one who had caused all this chaos in the first place. While Jasmine's anger was understandable, it also revealed a deeper issue. Kirk had used his health as a way to control the narrative. Rather than fully owning up to his past mistakes, he seemed to be using his vulnerable state to manipulate those around him. His plea for Rasheeda's forgiveness, while likely genuine, felt like another way for him to keep both women in his orbit, to continue playing the game he had been playing for years. This wasn't just about health, this was about power, control, and the aftermath of years of deceit. Jasmine wasn't the only one affected by Kirk's actions. Rasheeda, too, was grappling with her feelings. On one hand, she felt empathy for him in his time of need, but on the other, she couldn't ignore the pain he had caused her over the years. She had spent so much time being the supportive wife, always taking him back after his affairs. But now, in the face of this crisis, she had to decide whether she was willing to forgive him once more. Her decision would not just just impact her relationship with Krik, but also her own emotional well-being. Could she truly move past the years of betrayal and find it in her heart to support him in his moment of weakness? At the same time, Jasmine was struggling with her own emotions. She had been hurt by Kirk's actions, but she also felt deeply betrayed by Rasheeda. The situation was complicated, and it wasn't just about Kirk's health anymore. It was about who would come out on top in the battle for his loyalty. Jasmine had hoped that Krik would choose her, but now it seemed that he was turning back to Rasheeda. The years of history, the shared memories, the family, they all weighed heavily in this decision. Krik, meanwhile, had to face the reality that his actions had led him here. His request for Rasheeda's forgiveness was not just about healing from his health crisis. It was about trying to fix the relationships he had broken. But was it too little? Too late? Could Rasheeda really forgive him for everything he had done? Could Jasmine ever find peace in this messy love triangle? Or would she eventually have to walk away for her own mental and emotional health? The situation between these three individuals is far from resolved. With Kirk's health in question, Rasheeda's decision to support him remains uncertain. At the same time, Jasmine's fury and feelings of betrayal show no signs of easing. The drama is still unfolding, and the future of their relationships remains in limbo. One thing is certain, however, this health crisis has exposed the deep flaws in Kirk's relationships, and the fallout from his actions is far from over. In the end, the question remains, should Rasheeda forgive Krik and be by his side during this time, or should she walk away for good? After everything that has happened, can there be any real reconciliation? Or is this just another chapter in a story of broken promises and shattered trust? The answers may never be clear, but for now, all three must confront the painful consequences of the choices they've made. This drama serves as a reminder that relationships are complex and healing is never as simple as it seems. For now, the story of Krik, Rasheeda, and Jasmine is far from over. How do you think this will unfold? Should Rasheeda be there for Krik, or has he crossed a line that cannot be undone? Share your thoughts in the comments below.